I'd like to talk about a comment I saw. The comment was underneath a video about every time that Grian made up an excuse so he could be late to one of Solidarity Jimmy's streams. And a comment that I saw under that video was really interesting. It was, why does anyone, or why would anyone watch this arrogant piece of work? Now, I don't know if he was referring to Jimmy or Grian in that comment. Probably Jimmy or Grian. But either way, I feel it's an invalid criticism for two reasons. One, I don't believe either of them acted in a way that was particularly arrogant, at least any more so than the average content creator. And two, any more so than the average content creator, because the fact of the matter is every content creator is a little bit arrogant, probably a little bit more arrogant than the average person, on average, because every single one has essentially deluded themselves into thinking they are worthy of entertaining the masses, which most of the time they're not. That also applies for everyone who's ever appeared on cable television and the stage and danced around the campfire during the Stone Age. Everyone who's ever so much as dreamt of being an entertainer is a little arrogant in their own special, unique way. But anyway, I'm not here to necessarily talk about arrogance. I'm here to talk about that specific guy and that specific comment. Because it's interesting to me that I'm rather self-loathing in a lot of ways, and I would never bring that down on other people. I suspect that's what this guy is. He's miserable. I have no reason to think this. This is just what I think. I think that that guy is miserable, and because of his miserableness, he is bringing it out on other people and calling them names, essentially. But to me, my blatant mental health issues are my burden and the burden of my therapist, and just us two and no one else. So it's interesting how different people react to mental health issues, and I'm not necessarily saying that the guy. I'm not talking about specifically that guy, I'm just talking about people who are miserable. Um, some of them make sure that everyone else is equally as miserable as them, and some of them make sure that it's only their problem. And I feel like the latter are the people who typically get better, so long as it's only their problem with help from a therapist.